Imagine a car that goes from 0 to 60 in less than 2 seconds. That can reach speeds faster than almost every car on the planet, and runs entirely on electricity. Sounds like science fiction, right? Now, imagine comparing that to a regular cheap car, the kind most people drive every day, sipping coffee and hoping they don't hit a pothole. This line immediately grabs attention with an extreme fact about the Tesla Roadster's speed and electric nature, creating shock and curiosity. It also sets up the comparison with an ordinary car to make the Tesla seem extraordinary by contrast. Let's start with speed, because this is where things get insane. The Tesla Roadster can hit 60 miles per hour in 1.9 seconds. That's faster than most supercars. Faster than you can blink, faster than your cheap car could ever imagine going. In contrast, a typical economy car, like a Toyota Corolla or Honda Civic, will take around 8 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour. That's almost 4 times slower. This section uses specific numbers to give concrete context, making the difference undeniable. Phrases like faster than you can blink create vivid imagery, and contrasting with a cheap car makes Tesla's superiority obvious. But speed isn't just about thrill, it's about technology. The Tesla Roadster is all electric, with a futuristic 200 kWh battery that can propel it hundreds of miles on a single charge. Your cheap car, gas tank maybe 12-15 gallons, and it guzzles fuel like it's going out of style. And forget performance in winter or wet conditions, the Tesla's all-wheel drive and high-tech traction systems handle corners and slides like a dream, while the cheap cars praying the tires don't lose grip on a slick road. This explains that Tesla's advantages extend beyond speed and technology, handling, and reliability. Humor cheap car is praying emphasizes the contrast in an engaging way. Now let's talk design. Open the door of a cheap car, and it's fine. It does the job. But nothing stands out. The Tesla Roadster? Sleek, low, futuristic, like a spaceship disguised as a car. Every curve is engineered for aerodynamics, speed, and attention. People don't just drive the Roadster, they stare. A cheap car blends into the parking lot. The Tesla Roadster demands a double take every time. This line focuses on aesthetic appeal and the aspirational quality of Tesla. The comparison makes the cheap car feel ordinary, while Tesla feels iconic. Then there's the interior. Most economy cars have basic materials, minimal tech, and a radio. Tesla Roadster? A fully digital cockpit, customizable displays, autopilot capabilities, insane acceleration controls, and even smart AI features. It's not just driving. It's a futuristic experience. Your cheap car doesn't even know what futuristic means. This highlights Tesla's interior technology and experiential value. By contrasting with the minimalistic interior of cheap cars, the Roadster is positioned as innovative and immersive. Acceleration is one thing, but let's talk sound. Here's the twist: electric cars are silent. The Tesla Roadster launches silently, unlike cheap cars that rely on engine noise to feel fast. At first, it's weird, but then you realize it's like having the speed of a rocket with 0 distractions. You feel the power through your body instead of your ears. Meanwhile, the cheap car hums and rattles. Nothing impressive, just ordinary. This explains the unique electric car experience, emphasizing silent but powerful acceleration. The audience can feel the difference through descriptive language. Price: this is where things get wild. A Tesla Roadster costs around $200,000 to $250,000, while a cheap car costs maybe $20,000. That's 10 times the price. But here's the thing: you're not paying for a badge, a radio, or for wheels. You're paying for the fastest, smartest, most futuristic production car in the world. You're paying for the car that turns heads in every city, The car that dominates on speed tests. The car that will likely be considered a classic decades from now. The cheap car. You're paying for reliability, affordability, and, well, commuting. Nothing else. This section contrasts price and value, justifying the Roadster's high cost by showing the experiences, prestige, and technology that cheap cars cannot deliver. Let's not forget range. The Tesla Roadster can travel around 620 miles on a single charge. That's like going from New York to Boston and back without stopping. A cheap car with a full tank might go for 150 miles. But that's with gas, noise, and emissions. Tesla doesn't just win in speed, it wins in efficiency, future-proofing, and environmental impact. This emphasizes Tesla's practicality and future-oriented benefits, showing that it's not only fast and cool but also efficient and eco-friendly compared to ordinary cars. Here's the kicker: imagine showing off. Pulling up in a cheap car. People glance and continue scrolling on their phones. Pull up in a Tesla Roadster. Heads turn. Phones come out, people whisper. Social currency, status, pure wow factor. In a world where experiences and appearances matter, the Roadster doesn't just drive, it announces itself. This paragraph appeals to the social and aspirational side of owning a Tesla, creating emotional engagement by showing how people react differently to the Roadster compared to a cheap car. And it's not just about speed or looks. Safety is insane. Tesla's autopilot and futuristic sensors help prevent accidents, monitor surroundings, and even suggest routes. Cheap cars. You're mostly relying on basic brakes, airbags, and your own reflexes. It's like comparing a fighter jet to a bicycle. This line highlights Tesla's cutting-edge safety features, adding another dimension to why it is superior to a standard car. The analogy makes the difference extremely clear. Then there's the thrill factor. The cheap car will get you from point A to B. That's it. You won't remember the feeling. You won't feel the rush. You won't tell stories about that drive. The Tesla Roadster. Each drive feels like a roller coaster in space. A combination of adrenaline, technology, and sheer speed that will stay with you forever. This emphasizes the emotional and experiential value of the Tesla Roadster. It makes the audience feel that driving it is a life-changing experience compared to the mundane routine of a cheap car. Let's break down practicality versus fun. Sure, a cheap car is practical. Insurance is low, repairs are cheap, and you can park it anywhere. But the Tesla Roadster is an investment in fun, thrill, and prestige. Not just the function. One is ordinary. One is extraordinary. This explains that while cheap cars are functional, the Tesla delivers excitement, status, and innovation, showing a broader comparison of purpose. Even charging is a comparison point. Tesla's supercharger network allows you to charge 80% of the battery in under an hour, literally while grabbing a coffee. Cheap car. Fill the tank in 5 minutes. Sure, but you're still stuck at the gas station, smelling fumes, paying for endless gallons of gas over years. The Roadster is the future, the cheap car is the past. This paragraph contrasts convenience, environmental impact, and futuristic advantage, reinforcing Tesla's superiority in both technology and lifestyle. Finally, think about legacy. The Tesla Roadster isn't just a car. It's a statement, a glimpse into the future of automobiles. It represents innovation, ambition, and pushing boundaries. The cheap car. It gets you to work, and while that's fine, it doesn't inspire awe, it doesn't make headlines, and it doesn't belong in stories about changing the world of driving. This sums up the comparison in emotional and aspirational terms, showing that the Roadster is part of a larger vision of innovation and progress, while the cheap car is functional but forgettable. So when you ask yourself, which would you rather drive? The car that takes you from 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds, turns heads, feels like a spaceship and pushes the boundaries of technology, or the car that gets you to work safely, reliably, and quietly fades into the background? The choice seems obvious. Tesla Roadster isn't just a sports car, it's a revolution. And the cheap car, well, it's a car. This reinforces the central thesis: Tesla is extraordinary in every aspect, while cheap cars are ordinary, leaving a strong impression for the viewer. In conclusion, this isn't just a comparison of cars, it's a comparison of worlds. One is built for the future, for thrill, for attention, for power. One is built for practicality, affordability, and daily commuting. If you want excitement, adrenaline, innovation, and a glimpse into the future, the Tesla Roadster isn't an option, it's the only option. And the cheap car, it's what you leave behind while the future speeds past. This wraps up the argument, combining practical, emotional, and aspirational points, leaving the audience with a clear and memorable impression. So next time you see a Tesla Roadster tearing past a normal car on the street, just remember speed, tech, thrill, prestige, and innovation all wrapped into one sleek, electric, jaw-dropping machine. Ordinary cars are everywhere, but the Tesla Roadster, that's the car of the future. And the future is here, fast, silent, and unstoppable. The final line reinforces our excitement and inspiration, leaving the audience with a lasting visual and emotional image of the Tesla Roadster dominating the comparison.